So we've seen companions in Garry's mod, and we've seen how fantastic they can be, like maybe a guard dog that, well, mauls your enemy to death. And of course we've even seen a flashlight that is similar to a fairy, but, well, doesn't really do much beyond just lighting your way. But this is truly and ultimately a fairy companion. And that is exactly what we're taking a look at in today's video. So what does this fairy do? Well, first things first, he follows you. And I love the effects. It looks really nice. The particle effects are really bright and vibrant. Speaking of being bright and vibrant though, this is the perfect companion when you're in a dark space, because as you can see, it does radiate its own light, and it works really well to kind of help see your way. Now obviously you do have the flashlight, but well, you don't need it anymore because your fairy is your friend. By the way guys, I am getting sick, my throat's kind of scratchy, so if I sound like I smoked a million packs of cigarettes, that's probably why. But I think we should really put this to the test. Let's go into the dark room here, and already I can see a huge difference. Normally this room is completely pitch black, but now we can see our surroundings. Now, the fairy does kind of lag behind a bit, you know, follow you as a companion does. So it's not super good for looking ahead, although then again the flashlight's really not much better. But in terms of just area, it's definitely not too shabby. Now the great thing about this fairy is it is somewhat customizable by simply putting in these commands. So instead, thankfully, there is another menu you can access by simply pressing Ctrl and E. This you can see we have a few commands. One, we can see our fairy's name, which is just, well, fairy. But we also have 3 different things we can do. And to show this off, let's go to a more well-lit area. Also, it's important to note that you can have multiple fairies, so you're not just stuck with one. So what if you're fighting the Combine? Well, thankfully, you can enable auto attack. And as you can see, the fairy we picked is going to mercilessly slam into the opposing Combine forces, and we can see that it did kill him. They even like kind of fly around and make sounds. Now you can obviously choose different fairies, like fairy 2, auto attack, fairy 3, also auto attack. Now all of our fairies are going to be on the offensive, and well, they're not the best killers, but they even do glow red, which is really cool to indicate that they're out for blood. The next command you can do is auto heal, and this is going to be really useful because as you can see, the fairy will come to your aid and heal you. Well, that's if he actually finds you. Whichever fairy this is, we're just gonna make them all go on to auto heal. And look at that, now he's blue. And as he gets closer to you, you can't see it right now, but my health is going up by about 3 or 4 every second. Not too shabby, and we're already at full health. And you can make it to where like one fairy always heals you. So like, for instance, this fairy, which is fairy, well, this one, we're gonna make him always be on the offensive, but then the other fairies, we can make them on auto heal. So you can kind of strategize which fairy does what. Although for the sake of simplicity, we're gonna go ahead and just respawn them all in. You can also choose to have an NPC fairy, which is kind of cool. You can kind of see how they just like fly around and stuff. You can shoot them, but, well, do you even have a heart, man? It is kind of satisfying watching them kind of bounce around the map, reacting to your shot. I wonder what if we... Oh. And the last one is, of course, well, auto loot. This is pretty cool. So if we were to go ahead and summon like a Combine soldier and kill him, well, our fairy is going to loot the ammo and give it right back to us. It is so adorable. I love this little guy. It has so much personality, and like the little sounds that he makes and everything, it's freaking awesome. And look how quick he is. Now we have some AR2 rounds, so we can definitely just dish it out on this poor pathetic soldier. And look at him. He's always there to get what we need. Alright, let's see if I can figure out these commands. So if I say fairy, wait, look at that. Now our fairy will wait here. But of course, you know, we want him to attack because, well, we got one Combine left. Now I think they do attack anything within like 1,000 meters or something like that. Okay, my bad. 25 meters, 1,000 inches. So as long as you're relatively close, they're going to be dishing out the pain. Alright, so what if you wanted to change... Alright, so what if you wanted to teleport your fairy? Simply type in the fairy's name, and then teleport. And look at that. Fairy is here. It even says warp down there. That is so adorable. Guys, I love this mod so much. Apparently you can even do a disco. So if we do fairy disco, it's disco time, baby. Oh my god, that is so funny. He turns into like rainbow colors, flies all around the place. That is so adorable. This is amazing. Good work, my guy. And a big thank you to the person that did suggest this in my Discord. I'll probably put it over screen right now. I couldn't say their name because they had streamer mode on in Discord, and well, it doesn't tell you what their name is. But what an amazing suggestion indeed, and he's still going for it. And you can also make your fairy tell people messages, which I can't do because, well, sadly, I'm the only person in this server right now. Alright, so our fairy is now back to us. So, what if instead you wanted to change the size of your fairy? Well, simply type in the fairy's name, and then simply put size, and you can go all the way up to 2. Don't forget the decimals, though. Holy. And yeah, I don't know if that changes his values or his health or anything, but that is definitely some circumference there. Now, I do want to mention that you can change your fairy's color, although I do like the default color, and I love that the colors do change depending on which mode your fairy's in. But I did want to mention that just in case you guys wanted to see that. However, I didn't want to mess with values and colors and everything, and so yeah. Oh, and check this out. You can become the fairy. You can choose player fairy and you automatically become. That is so awesome. So you can fly around, do all your little fairy things. In fact, we can even do some NPC fairies so that we have a whole little squad. Each one you spawn in is going to be a different color. Look at this. Now we can migrate and live out the fairy life we've always wanted. Guys, let me know what you think about this mod. It is incredible and such a beautiful mod. These are the mods I really do love showcasing, but I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. As always, links will be in the description. If you want to leave a like or subscribe, you totally can. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching this until the end, and until next time, farewell.